A very supplementary candid topic, optional. If you want to skip it, no problem. uh, One begs the question, actually, that if I have got we are in the gravitational field of this earth. So where does the potential energy is stored within this sphere, within this planet? Because if I have got this marker or any mass, this gesture, if I take it from height, from zero height to this height, potential, I did the work, and that work is stored in the form of potential energy, supposedly within this mass. So there is a philosophical question: where is that energy which has been stored in the form of potential energy? That's for sure that the potential energy will be equal to the amount of work which I did, or the external did, or the surrounding did. But where is that potential energy is stored? Is it stored in this mass itself, somewhere in the molecules of this mass, or was it already there, whether this mass was present or not? We only felt it when we moved the mass, or the potential energy is irrespective of the mass, rather it is placed in the field itself. So these are the kind of questions which the scientists have been trying to find the answers to, but no one has been able to give us the right or correct answer with proofs. Everyone has got opinion. This is termed as conjecture. Everybody has its personal way of looking at things. So without any scientific proofs. So many says that it is stored in the mass itself. So many says that it is stored in the field itself, but nobody has got any scientific backing to their claims or proofs to their claims. So those claims are just conjectures, or they are just their opinions. So it does not really matter to science that to technology, not science, to technology, that where the energy is stored, where that work which has been done is stored, either in the field or in the mass itself, somewhere in the molecules of the mass. But this still remains a very interesting scientific question. However, for the sake of electromagnetics, this equation, especially equation number 5, tells us that this energy is stored somewhere in the field, because on the right hand side, mathematically speaking, what we have the field produced by electric flux density produced by these charges, considered over the entire volume in which this this field can be sensed, dotted with another field produced by these charges, integrated over entire volume. So this expression kind of it is not a proof, rather it is it is at least telling us, it is at least making it easy for us to believe that potential energy lies somewhere within the field itself, not the charge which has been moved, not the mass which has been moved in the case of gravitational field. Rather, the potential energy lies within that gravitational field itself. Because one can say that if I have moved this mass from surface, that is ground zero, to this height, now this potential, I have done a work W1, that W1 is stored in the form of potential energy within this mass. So I can argue that potential energy is within this mass. So someone else can argue, okay, if I would remove that gravitational field in which you move this mass, would that mass still hold that energy? All right, let's say I have this let's say, for the sake of argument, let's say I have this switch, okay, and this switch is for gravity, okay, and this is earth, and as soon as I turn it on, there is gravity surrounding this, earth, and I had moved a charge, a mass from some ground zero to some height, and the amount of work which I did is W1. So the potential energy at this point is W1, and let's say if I insist that no, the potential energy is stored in this mass, and let's say someone sitting here opens this switch and gravity goes out, then what would you say? Would I still be insisting that no, the potential energy is still there? No, it is not there. It was there because I moved it within the gravitational field. Had I moved it in a space, there would not have been any potential energy stored in it, because there was no work was done. There was no work done. So this is some hypothetical example which I gave. It may turn out to be controversial at some stage. So let's take the example of some point charge. Okay, you turn on this. You turn on this this switch, and here we have got a metal point. So turn it on. You have got field everywhere. Okay, somehow another point here. So field is established everywhere. And if I move a charge within this field, definitely amount of work has been done, which will be stored somewhere, either in field or within that charge. So if I insist that no, that work which I have done has been stored in this charge at this point. So if someone switches this off, this turns this circuit off, okay, and discharge these points where the field becomes zero. So would there be still potential energy at that point? The answer is no. So for this, we say that no one is able to prove that where the potential energy or the work which has been performed stores, either in the field or in the mass, or in the case of electrostatics, in the charge which has been moved. So yeah, so this is something which is left open to answer. Scientists don't have any clue about that. Philosophers may answer this, but the philosophy, the good point, the positive thing about philosophy is that you don't need that kind of rigorous proofs in philosophy as you need in physics. So that's the point, that's the case. Okay, so if I differentiate this equation number 5, what I'm going to get is the differential amount of work done will be 1/2 d dot E into dV. So this is also telling us that the differential amount of work, if you divide this whole universe into differential volumes, the differential amount of work in each volume is going to be this. Again, in each differential volume, the energy is given by the field, the dot product of field itself. So this is also again helping us in believing that the potential energy lies within the field itself, but not the point charge which is being moved. So if I cross multiply it, so I'll get this, a very important entity, d dot E, which is known as energy density. Energy density. Why? Because it has got the units of joules per meter cube. So this is a very important relationship which you should all know for some future reference. Okay, that's it for these 4 chapters. So I'll see you inshallah in the next lecture. Assalamu alaikum.